Joining us in the studio, we've got Bill from Halftime.
Good morning.
Hello again, Bill. How are you?
How are you? Great. How are you?
Big smile on his face.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
You know, if you're working with beer all day long, I guess you always have a big
Makes
smile
it
on your
easy.
face. Yeah.
It's a nice, easy day for us here.
I got to tell you, it's a beautiful weekend here in the Hudson Valley. I know you guys were slammed over Halftime all weekend. Everyone's picking out beer. And you got another suggestion for us this week, don't you?
Absolutely. So as we get into some of the more beautiful weather, once again like we had this past weekend, things start to warm up a little bit. It can be intimidating sometimes walking into a store that's got almost 4,000 different beers and ciders. It's hard to figure out what you should be drinking for certain weather and certain times of the year. So this is one of my favorite suggestions for the summertime. It's a beer that's very near and dear to my heart. Kind of started my journey into craft beer as well. I went to college out in Oneonta, very close to this brewery. This is brewery Ommegang. They're in Cooperstown, New York. And this is their Witte. It's a really beautiful Belgian wit beer, so a wheat beer in the Belgian style. It's got that really nice kind of...
Yeah.
What's it called?
Witte.
Witte?
It looks like wit.
W-I-T-T-E. Looks
Yeah,
like
it
wit.
looks like wit,
We call it Witte.
but it's Witte.
Is that something wheat? Does that mean wheat?
That indicates wheat, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you'll see wit, you'll see Witte. That definitely indicates that it's going to be a wheat beer. And this one's brewed with orange peel and coriander. So it has just a really nice fresh citrus nose to it.
You do. You get a lot of that coriander right there from the smell and the taste. You're right when you say the citrus. That comes from the yeast, really, right?
Partially, absolutely. So the yeast is going to impart some of those really beautiful fruit flavors that we use here. This one, as I said, is also brewed with orange peel.
And you can kind of taste that because there's usually that banana taste, but then the orange with it gives it like really, really nice, refreshing flavor.
It rounds it out, and it just makes it such a bright and beautiful beer, especially for a hot day. You take this and you put a slice of orange on top, and you really can't
Oh,
go
a
wrong
slice
there.
of orange on
Yeah.
top. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of putting fruit in my beer,
Shut up.
but this is fine all by
Never
itself.
fruit your German beers, but you can fruit the Belgian beers. That's okay.
It really is delicious.
Yeah.
So now, what kind of alcohol was in this?
So I picked this one for the summertime because this is something that, to me, you can kind of drink throughout the day. Maybe not 12 of them, but it's 5.2% alcohol. It's something that you can kind of have a nice session with and enjoy on a beautiful day, and not fall off your Adirondack chair.
Yeah, it's very refreshing though. I can
It
see
is.
this being a great beer for a warm day, nice weekend. And you guys have a huge selection. Like if somebody might not be into the wheat beer, you got a ton of stuff for the nice weather.
Absolutely. We have some of our favorite selections out there right now for the summertime. Our staff is really excited to talk with all of our listeners out there about different options for the summertime. Anything from a beautiful wheat beer like this to some of the crisp lagers, some of the bright, fruity, citrusy IPAs that we have as well. So stop on into Halftime, and anybody on our staff will be happy to help you kind of pick out what you're looking for.
And that's what because I buy all my beer at Halftime. That's what I love about the place too, is that you can walk in and it's not just like, all right, just pick something out. You guys have educated people on staff. You're kind of like beer sommeliers almost, where you kind of walk in like, all right, I'm having a barbecue. I got Uncle Harry who likes this kind of beer. I got my fancy friends from Beacon who are coming. They like the fancy beer. What do you got? And you guys can always, tell everybody exactly what they need for their barbecue.
He's so right, because I especially before I started doing this show with Boris, really would walk into a place like blind practically and not know a thing about if I'm buying a decent beer, a good beer. I didn't know the difference between an IPA, and so it is so helpful going into a store and having the people that work there know exactly what they're selling.
That's good stuff.
Thank you.
All right, Bill, thanks so much. And so if somebody wants to stop by, they want to stock up for the nice warm weather, where are you guys located?
We're located right on South Road in Poughkeepsie. You can swing on in, and if you mentioned, Boris, that you had heard this segment, come on in and buy your Ommegang Witte 6-pack. You'll get 10% off that.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh, nice.
Does that work for me too? I can come in?
Of course.
All right, excellent. So stop on in and check it out. And of course, you guys have the website too, right?
Yep, and we also have another location down in Westchester in Mamaroneck. So
That's
2
it.
locations, the website, you can find us all over the place.
All right, thanks so much. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
All right.